Welcome back to another video. Engine bay is done, trunk is done. So now it's time to put in all the smaller stuff like battery tray, brake lines, voltage regulator, wiring harness, all the small hardware and stuff like that. And then we're also gonna start a little bit to maybe get into the interior stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Man, this stuff is big. Big block machine that can go. You already know, mopar stuff, burning down the rig, shipping crate, wiring harness. The Craig 909.
Like a wet, slick back dog.
That's pretty cool. What the hell was that? So this is where I'm at right now. Most likely gonna have to remove some of the stuff again, because I actually at some point want to like black out the front end in here. I'm not really sure how, but I'm gonna try to mask it off so I don't get black overspray and all the gold paint job stuff that I've done. Because let me tell you, I probably used like 2 weeks painting this engine bay.
But look at that SEMA shine right there, glistening like a wet, slick back dog.
So the transmission got ground down, so it's not Hemi orange anymore. And now it's in primer, and then I'm gonna shoot it in something that looks like cast iron look. Gray paint, let's just call that. That's a little easier. And then after that, we can put everything back on it, new seals, everything, stuff like that. So that's great. Minty. Interior wise, I just masked off all the holes out here so overspray doesn't come into the engine bay. So what I'm going to go in and do, probably not today but tomorrow when we have a little better weather, not as much moisture whatever, is to paint the inside of the firewall. Right now I'm getting all in on the firewall right here. Floor pans is gonna get changed up here at some point. So everything from the original seam and up to the window is gonna get prepped, cleaned, primered, gold. Just gonna mask off the window a little bit, probably tomorrow morning, because right now it's so much moisture in the air right now. So I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, but I'm gonna prep it all now. So let's get it. Let it rip to the gym. So I don't know about you guys, but when I want to paint stuff that want to hold up for a long time, VHT epoxy paint usually does the trick. It's kind of expensive per can, but also the can holds up for a pretty long time, and it's some good stuff. It's some good stuff. It really some quality stuff, and it takes up a lot of beating of like chemicals and stuff like that. So that's great.
The hood hinges, however, turned out really damn nice. We got gold and clear coat on it now. It looks brand new, factory, OEM.
There we go, got one hood hitch in, and then I'm gonna put in the other one over here. Only reason why I'm mounting this right now is pretty much just storage. No other hardwares, and somewhere to put the things, because I have so many parts, you know. There are parts everywhere in the shop right now. I Got the whole hood grinded down on the inside because that was painted very poorly silver like the engine bay was. So now I ground it down and hit it with a nice metal primer here. And then what I'm gonna do is shoot it gold, of course. And of course I'm gonna try to like mask off here in the edges. So what would have been exposed to, I guess, the environments and sun and all that will still look faded or old. Just like the rest of the car, you know, nice on the inside, shitty on the outside. That's how we like it. I'm gonna shoot some gold right now. Let it rip. It's gonna take some paint. Man, you don't even want to know how much paint budget I've used on this car so far, compared to I could probably just have bought a paint gun and some proper paint. But hey, I found a spray can at an auto store that had the perfect, like, you know, color for the car. So why not use it? Here is the finished product of the hood. It's all painted. I got a clear coat on it. I got the little hood latch on it here. That was laying in a box with the car, which is like nice stainless steel. So sure, why not? And one thing I want to do once everything is done, body panel wires and stuff like that, just before we put in the engine, like the last thing before putting in the engine, I want to probably get the fenders on, the front, or probably the front valence on, and the hood on. And then I can stand inside the engine bay, close everything down, get perfect panel gaps, and then I can crawl inside the engine bay and tighten down all the bolts and screws. Now that's nice. Let me tell you what. If you ever try to like adjust a hood or whatever, you always adjust it a little bit, and then you try to close it, and then it pulls back, and then you try to take it off. It's just a nightmare, okay? Let's be honest. It's a nightmare, and I honestly think they did the same thing on the factory. Because I got this dashboard assembly, whatever here, sandblasted, and this is the only thing that I didn't get like metallized or whatever. I can see some rust on the backside already starting to form now after I think only like 2 or 3 days. So I'm gonna get some kind of paint to this right now, and of course the goal is to get it. So there we go. I got the dash laid down with some semi-matte whatever color. So it kind of looks factory. The only thing I have to do, of course, is paint the ashtray door here and the glove box door. Other than that, everything that I'm supposed to paint black is done, I think. I'm also starting to mounting a bumper horn over here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because when we install the engine, this thing on the pallet has to go under the car. And what better way than a big old leverage right here that you can grab and lift the car. And yes, you can lift the car, as I showed you guys in another video. As you can see right there, it's pretty easy to lift the car. So I got the last few things, some bumper bracket stuff here, another bumper bracket, and I have the cross member for the transmission here. That's also getting painted. I'm gonna do the little ashtray door there, and then we're done. Literally painting everything, except there's 2 body panels that we're gonna do a lot of work on once the whole car's like completely together, and we're gonna have to like patina match and stuff like that. So that's probably gonna be a whole video in itself, how to match new panels to a patina car, I guess. This is what we have right here. This big old lower valence panel. That's gonna be kind of easy to hide because it's on the lower side of the car. And oh yeah, then we also have the hood prop rad support thing here that also has to get gold. That has to be nice because that's on the inside of the engine bay, so we want that to match the rest of the engine bay. So luckily I found an old speeder pedal with the nuts and everything and the brackets and all that down in one of my boxes. So I just sprayed this down with brake cleaner, installed this chrome bezel I had from another pedal from the Charger, of course, but we're gonna use a pedal box in that thing from Tilton, so not gonna need that. Also put in this return spring or whatever, so you have this like spring action in the pedal itself. I don't know, put it in there and also lubricate it up, so it's real nice and stiff, new like. There we go, guys, handbrake assembly all cleaned up, ready for a little bit of paint job of that as well. Gonna get that cleaned up, and then that's gonna look all nice. Plus I cleaned everything up so it works again. So There you go. And retract. Bam. There you go. That's nice. So sadly I lost most of the footage installing the wiring harness and the brake lines. I don't know what happened. Yeah, so I'll just go over real quick what happened or what I installed. So first of all, as you saw in the unbox video, we got this really nice steel braided brake lines right here, and installed it with all the hardwares, the clips, all this stuff up here is tightened. And then of course I have the hardware for the calipers as well. So a really nice kit. And then of course you saw I got, no I don't think I showed it, but I told you guys that I got a brake line kit from Classic Car Industries. So the first line of course I got run down here on the brake lines, clips on the firewall, and then it goes down here to another clip, and then I'm missing a clip for that hole right there. Runs over here, bends under the frame, and then runs out under the frame and out here to another braided brake line. So that's real nice. Wiring harness, I put in the engine side harness right now, which is ignition, voltage regulator, and then all the wires hanging down here is alternator, ignition coil, and also distributor. We got our fusible link, you already know, mopar stuff, burning down the rig, shipping crate wiring harness, and then we got the whole front light harness right here. Then I do also have these lines that goes from the master cylinder distribution block, but I'm gonna run a Wilwood brake master kit, which already has like a proportioning valve, adjustable one. So I don't think I'm gonna use those lines. So here's a really awesome piece that I got yesterday in the mail, finally, after, I don't know, a month or so. This right here is a factory, I believe this is a 73 Charger Raleigh instrument clock. It doesn't have the tag, it's a watch or whatever. But what's cool about this version is you can actually take the watch out and put in a factory Raleigh tag instead. 4 different gauge clusters for these cars. There's the completely stock satellite one, where the speedometer like goes across the whole dash, you know, like the typical 70s dash where they go like, and then you have the Raleigh package where there's gauges without the big clock, and then you have the Raleigh gauges like this with the big clock, and then you of course have the Raleigh gauges with the tag. But what you can do with this one, which you can't do with the 2 other ones, is on the rear the clock is bolted in to the formed aluminum metal housing. So the key to this swap right here is on these gauges, the specific one I have right here, this aluminum metal housing or whatever has the clock screwed in right here. On the other 2 types, they are molded in, like you can't do anything. But on this one, you can screw out the clock right here, 3 Phillips screws, pop it out, and then you can put in a tag, a factory like a RPM gauge, and then screw that in, and then you have the holes for the lights of course, and the plug for the tag. That's a really easy swap. So that's the reason why I went for this specific one, because I really wanted like factory gauges in this car. This was very hard to get and very expensive, but I want to give a huge shout out to the Craig 99 from the 99 Speed Shop. The guy I bought the gauges from didn't want to ship to Europe, so I had to ship it to Craig, and then Craig had to ship it to me. But hey, that was a bonus because Craig, he threw in some stickers, air fresheners, shirts, and some t-shirts and stuff, and a hat too actually. I should probably have worn that in this video, but I also got the heater panel here for it, which we probably not gonna use because we were running the vintage air unit. But I actually just want to test real quick if I can use my vintage air panel in here. If not, then I'm gonna install the original panel just to fill out the hole, and then we're gonna install the vintage panel maybe somewhere else, maybe in the radio hole, I don't know. But this right here is the vintage air heater unit control panel. Now what I was thinking, we could put this in right here. Man oh man, here we go again. Guess it would somewhat fit. Man, it always looks factory. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Ooh. So pretty cool that we can put the vintage air panel in the old instrument there. Something I want to try to do now is, this is the dash pad that came with the Roadrunner. Absolutely terrible. I don't know what they did with all this kind of expansion foam here, but I'm gonna try to cut this in like roughly in a shape. For now, we're just gonna shoot this with like a black vinyl or something to get some color back into it. And then further down the line, I'm gonna buy a proper dash pad, of course. And also the dash insert that goes here with the Roadrunner emblem and the wood piece here. Say, we want a nice interior at some point anyhow. Not really a priority right now. Right now we just want a 4-speed 500 horsepower big block machine that can go. So that's what we're gonna do. So hopefully I can just take a Stanley knife here or whatever, and yeah, there you go. Cut into it a little bit. Man, this stuff is thick. Interiors by Hanson Spade Shop. If you want something that looks shite, then I'm your guy. Sad thing is that's true, you know. What the hell was that? Man, oh man, it looks like I absolutely demolished the cake on the front out, but well, now we got something that I don't know if I want to say looked like a decent dash, but looks like a wedding cake that's supposed to look like a dash. You know what I mean? It is what it is, I guess. We got to work a little bit on some interior stuff. I got the dash also prepped for like the screw holes and stuff like that for the dash insert because somebody has welded in these pieces and welded some stuff down here, and you can kind of see this is a little bit bowed. And in the perfect world, I would probably get a whole new dash because it's not the greatest, but honestly, it actually looks real damn great now that it's black. I got some things done behind the scenes also with the steering column, transmission, and rear end. That's gonna be in a next video, and also the dash pad. I mean, we can kind of work with this now. I guess do something with it. Not really sure yet what I'm gonna do about all this stuff. If I want to buy like some filler or put inside it, I have no idea. And then yeah, just a lot of things small things got painted and stuff. So that's great. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.